Today on the campaign trail, NBC Nightly News anchor Brian Williams interviewed John McCain and his running mate Sarah
Palin. Chris, because it is so much television and because my preference is to kind of get out of the way of it and let people see it and make their own judgment. Governor Palin, yesterday you tied this notion of an early test to the new president with this notion of preconditions that you both have been hammering the Obama campaign on. First of all, what in your mind is a precondition?
You have to have some diplomatic strategy going into a meeting with someone like Ahmadinejad or Kim Jong-il, one of these dictators that would seek to destroy America or her allies. It is so naive and so dangerous for a presidential candidate to just proclaim that they would be willing to sit down with a leader like Ahmadinejad and just talk about the problems, the issues that are facing them. So that's some ill-preparedness right there.
And I wouldn't blame Brian for wanting to say that there was a tenseness between, first of all, between the two. There's no chemistry. I couldn't see chemistry between John McCain and Sarah Palin. It was, I felt as if we grabbed two people and said, here, sit next to each other, we're going to conduct an interview. There wasn't, they're not, they're not comfortable with each other yet. The other thing about it is you can tell that they're losing. They just have, there's an intensity there, they're drained, the entire campaign staff is drained, the two candidates seem guarded, they seem on edge. It's not as if they were rude or anything, it's not as if they weren't trying to be forthcoming, it's just, they just seemed, it's a negative intensity. I don't know how else to describe it, but you'll see when you see the two of them together, the chemistry's not all there. You do wonder, is John McCain starting to blame her for things, blaming himself? Is she blaming him? You just wonder what's going on inside their heads. Are they upset with how the other has treated them, and is that why her numbers are low? But whatever it is, it's a negative vibe that you get. The other thing that I think that people may have overlooked in our poll yesterday had to do with the number of people who said John McCain's age is a factor. As her negatives have gone up, concern over John McCain's age has gone up a little bit. Those two go together. It's as if they realize, oh, I wasn't worried about John McCain. The idea of John McCain as president didn't bother me. He always seemed very presidential. That's not it. The age, it was always sitting out there, and you do wonder, does the problems that voters have with her raise that other number with McCain? We've seen some evidence of that. The other thing, Chris, you do wonder, both of these candidates are on the verge of pulling a Bulworth, or at least you feel like they're on the verge of pulling a Bulworth. I think they're second-guessing everything. They're at that moment, and this New York Times Magazine piece that's out there talking about the behind-the-scenes of this campaign, how they were in search of a message. We're at a critical juncture inside this campaign for the McCain folks, and that's who's trusting who. You've got people worrying about their reputations now. Now you're wondering, do the candidates trust the staff? Does the staff trust the candidate? This is a very dangerous time in a campaign that is behind. They desperately need some good news, because you do wonder, is that cohesion disappearing inside, not just between the two mates that we saw today on camera, but with the entire campaign.